rolling. Okay. What's good, guys? Welcome to today's episode and welcome to the third episode in a row of the Motobanter show. If you've missed the other two episodes, click the card above. In the last one, we spoke about Yamaha releasing a R7, a YZF-R9, but we're not going to talk about that in today's episode. If you want to check it, it is up there like I mentioned. The episode before that, we spoke about the Honda CRF 450RL and why you shouldn't buy it. But in today's episode, we are talking about the bike Yamaha should make. And I don't care if you're like a monk sitting on a mountain in Tibet, or if you're like a kind of hillbilly nomad, freaking like no shoe wearing, beach hugging, freaking Bali scuba diving guy. I don't care who you are, this would be the shit if Yamaha made it. And what is that? It is the YZF-R9. So here we go, guys. As we always do on the Motobanter show, we sit down at the computer and I open up my browser. We are going to search. I have not searched for this bike yet, and I want to know what's going to come up. I'm very curious. Obviously, we're going to start here like on Motoman. You know, that's how we do it. You know, like look at this shit here.
Look at that fucking mountain. Oh, look a monk.
If you want to see a 50 wheelie day video, click that, but I know you're not here for that right now. Just a little FYI. Okay, so let me just type this in. Yamaha YZF-R9. But yeah, I haven't Googled any of this stuff properly yet. And here we are, look, this is what comes up. I kind of want to do a bit more of a reaction this time. And here, look. New Yamaha YZF-R9. So I'm not the only one thinking this. I mean, there was a couple guys in the comments saying that would be a good idea. Look, WeBike. This WeBike is a popular page in Thailand. Look, new Yamaha YZF-R9. Whoo! Look at that! Wait, that's nice. Oh, you see this little black slit kind of under the light. Oh, I like that. That finishes up the look there nicely. Ooh. Hey, that's nice, you know. It's just a little bit different than the actual R6. That's freaking nice, that is. But well, there's like no details. That's literally it. What's going on with that? Alright, they just got a photo of it. Oh, sorry, this entry is only available in Thai. I can click on that. Hey, pretty sure. Translate this page, Google, thank you very much. There you go, you know what I mean, like a fucking boss right here. Not necessarily a super bike or a super bike. Sports bikes always have 2-cylinder, 4. This is obviously all translated, so it's going to be sketchy. And a 4-cylinder, but there are also many models still up for a 3-cylinder. And yeah, look, and then it's going into Triumph and MV Agusta, and we're going to get to that. As well as a famous motorcycle maker from the islands of Japan, today the YZF-R9 concept has been revealed to feature a cross-plane crankshaft 3-cylinder engine from the MT-09. When is the date of this? The 8th of the 6th, 2020. I didn't see any news about this. When the famous Indonesian media revealed the render for the Yamaha YZF-R9. Hey, look. From SSB. There you go there, look. A modified R6 based on the MT-09. Fucking hell. I feel like I'm like trying to like, I'm making this shit up. I thought I was onto something. But you can see they got the concept there. What else comes up anyway? That's the first one. Moto Rival. That's another Thai page. I'm in Thailand if you're not aware. So getting a lot of Thai stuff coming up. Yeah, that's the same picture. It's just a different colour. Yeah, look, they're talking about MV Agusta F3800. Daytona 765. So I mean, you can see that there's stuff coming up. There's definitely stuff coming up. How about if we go to images? Anything different? I mean, that's the same. That's the same. Great biker. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the same. There we go. Nah. I mean, check out this page, electrodealpro.com. I want bike information, man. Not like, you know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe there isn't that much stuff coming up. I wasn't really thinking there's gonna be anything coming up. To be fairly honest, so look, something's loaded. CP3 strong colonial armed Yamaha. That's got to be a translation. Colonial armed, you know. Well, I mean, as you can see in these articles, they're saying the exact same thing that I'm piecing together in this video. Yamaha obviously already having an MT-09. If you're new here, I own an MT-09. I've owned 2 MT-09s. And I'm a super big fan of their triple, inline triple. And Yamaha has made an XSR 900, you know, the retro one. Then you have the MT-09, obviously. You have a Tracer, which I think now is only a 900 GT. Is there anything else? The only thing I think that they haven't hit is a sport bike. And you would think that for them to kind of almost reinvent the sport bike class with, you know, say an R9, that they might have to put a little bit more time and thought into it, you know, i.e. Make sure they don't fuck it up, right? Because sport bikes kind of come with quite a lot of heritage, and I think Yamaha has quite a lot of, you know, renown in that, you know, Valentino Rossi and everything else. I mean, people love Yamaha. I think it's not just me. I am a bit of a fanboy. What's that? YZF-R9. R9 just put fucking vents in it and changed the fucking 6 to a 9.8. Just flipped it around, didn't it? Photoshop. You waste, man. Look at this. It's 9 and a 6. You just didn't even change the 6. You just flipped it. I definitely like this one. I mean, it's got to be the thumbnail because that looks freaking sick. Proper like that. And I've always loved these anniversary colours. Anyway, let's get into some details. The reason why I think that this is the bike that Yamaha should make is because, one, I think the MT-09, that engine, you know, shared in the XSR and the other models, is, I was about to say, the best engine if you factor in price in motorcycling today. That's how highly I rate it. Now, I haven't tried every single motorcycle, and if you look at how much you're going to spend, I mean, I'd be biased anyway because I absolutely love my MT-09. It's one of the best engines. Super lively, super characterful, loads of power, loads of grunt. I wonder if they could get it to rev a little bit higher, maybe be a little bit softer off the bottom, and just have better top speed. And just sort, like, one of the problems about the MT-09 is it's very upright and the tank's quite wide. The new MT-09 2021 may have a slimmer tank, which maybe is leaning towards looking like they could make this R9. They'd need to ergonomically, you know, it'd be very different. You know, any MT-09 bike right now, XSR, whatever you're talking about, to get into this race format would obviously need a big change, you know, much higher rear, lower front. But it's something that I really do think Yamaha should make. I mean, if you're looking at similar priced to an MT-09, say the 2021, if you could get this R9 with good suspension for the same price as, say, the new MT-09 or a little bit more, so you're not getting anywhere, you know, near an R1 or you know, maybe even cheaper than like an R6 maybe. If you could get the price competitive, I'm sure it would really sell, because people still love the look of a race bike. In the last video, I spoke about how I believe Yamaha is going to make a YZF-R9. That's in the card again, obviously you can check that out. And the reason why I think that will happen is because the MT-07 has so many bikes with that engine, and it's so successful and it's affordable, and the new Aprilia RS660 lens has done well, and it lends, I think Yamaha at the market is right for that bike, but personally I would prefer this R9. And to think that Yamaha haven't done a race bike with this MT-09 when you've got bikes like Triumph, all of the Triumphs, yeah, like Triumph Street Triple, you've got the Daytona, they're like super popular bikes, really nice. I mean, if that's not a good example of a triple as a sport bike, I don't know what is. I mean, the Daytona is just renowned to be an amazing bike. Obviously, you've got MV Agustas, like whether there was F4 things or whatever the fuck, F800 or whatever they are, triples, they are like super popular. They have a big following as well. There's a solid, substantial following for triples. If you ask me, Yamaha's made the best triple on the market with the MT-09's engine. If you ask me, it's the best triple on the market, definitely. So putting that in a sport bike only seems like a very logical thing to do when bikes like the R6 are discontinued and not popular anymore, you know, not really selling anymore. If you really could get an R9 with decent suspension for less than what an R6 goes for now, or similar to what an R6 goes for now, R6 price US, it says here that is 12.2. So what if I did MT-09 9? So you got, that's like a decent amount, you know, you're looking at like $13,000, right? Like that's, did I actually just say $13,000? You're looking at $3,000, yeah? 9? You're looking at $3,000, more than $3,000 in difference in price between an MT-09 and an R6. If you could, say you charged $700, $500 more, a little bit more than an MT-09, put a bit better racing suspension on it, maybe a little bit better componentry, tell me that wouldn't sell. I mean, I think it really would. I think it'd be a really good bike, and I think this is the bike that Yamaha should make. And all they have to do is look at Triumph. Triumph have been making a triple sport bike, and the market has been screaming at Triumph for years to make a 2020 Daytona, a factory-made Daytona, not a limited model Daytona. Everyone wants Triumph to make a sport bike. Yamaha has an amazing triple engine. It just makes sense for them to step in and do that. There's a market waiting for it. The 600 inline class is kind of dying. The stars have aligned. Yamaha, you need to take this opportunity. I'm telling you, it will work, it will sell. You should do it. I really do think you should do it. There you go, guys. There are my thoughts on the R9. We did find some details. We found a few photos, and I gave my 2 cents on the whole situation. I really do think Yamaha should make this bike. I think it would be a very nice, solid chunk of like revival in the sport bike segment, because sport bikes, you know, especially considering sport bikes have got so expensive, like R1s and V4s and shit. I mean, not most people can't afford that kind of bike. This could be a perfectly priced and performing race bike. But what do you guys think? Let me know, leave a comment below. Is this a bike you think Yamaha should make? And yeah, let me know below. I'll be really curious to think, to hear your perspective on it. Should Yamaha make the YZF-R9? Thank you for watching today, guys. This has been the Motobanter show, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. Click the like button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Motoman out.